Again, welcome student of standard 10. How are you all of you? Fine. We are today taking another lesson, unit number 2, Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Actually, this lesson has taken the biography of Nelson Mandela's. So, let's start what is behind it. First of all, we will want to know the summary of this lesson. Okay? This unit is an extract from the Nelson Mandela's autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, in 1994. First democratic election were held in South Africa. Nelson Mandela's party, African National Congress, won the election and Mandela was sworn in as the first black president on May 10, 1994. On the occasion of the inauguration ceremony, Nelson Mandela expressed his view on freedom and its importance. Here, he recalls the history of the South African struggle and the past days of his own struggle life. He pastored thousands of South African patriots who suffered endlessly and sacrificed their lives for the cause of freedom. He calls himself the sum of all those patriots who have gone before him in spite of all those sacrifices. Mandela bears no ill will against the witches. He says each man has two obligations: first towards his family and the second for his country. He says an oppressor is as much a prisoner as the oppressed. So he says the oppressor is as much as prisoners as the oppressed. The oppressor remains chained to hatred, while oppressed one gains height in character in proportion to the depth of the torture he is subjected to. यहाँ अप्रेसर का मतलब क्या है? अत्याचार करने वाला, अत्याचारी, इसके बात में बात कर रहे हैं। नेल्सन मंडेला बहुत सालों से जेल में बंद थे, तो उन्होंने ऐसा बताया कि अत्याचारी वो जेल से भी बुरा होता है। जेल है उससे भी ज़्यादा बुरा अत्याचार होता है। Mandela also says that the courage is not an absence of fear. But the triumph over fear. The brave man is not the one who does not feel afraid, but the one who conquers that fear. One man can be free if he respects another's freedom with same degree as he desired for himself. यहाँ उन्होंने डर, बहादुरी उसकी अपने हिसाब से व्याख्या दी है कि उन्होंने ऐसा कहा है, ब्रेव मैन जो होता है वो बहादुर व्यक्ति होता है, वो डर से डरता नहीं है। और दूसरी बात, वो आदमी स्वतंत्र है जिसको फ्रीडम और अपने हिसाब से अपनी इच्छाओं के अनुरूप प्राप्त हुई हो। ये जो इनकी जो गाथा है ये उनकी ऑटोबायोग्राफी में से ली है और ये सचमुच जानने जैसी है, बट ड्यू टू एग्जामिनेशन अभी मैं आपको इसमें जो बता रहा हूँ, ये जो क्वेश्चन आंसर है वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आंसर है। आप इस क्वेश्चन आंसर को ध्यान से पढ़िएगा, होमवर्क में 5 टाइम लिखना, क्योंकि एग्ज़ाम में ये आएंगे और इसमें से ही आ सकते हैं, तो बराबर ध्यान रखकर क्वेश्चन आंसर ठीक से पढ़ना। और ऑलरेडी आपको जो भी पेपर में पूछा जाएगा आप आराम से लिख पाओगे। आप वैसे ये प्रयत्न करते ही हो और घर पे करते ही हो, फिर भी ये मैंने जानबूझकर ये वीडियो आपको भेजा है, बराबर। नाउ द क्वेश्चन आंसर। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, वेयर डिड द सेरेमनीज टेक प्लेस? कैन यू नेम एनी पब्लिक बिल्डिंग इन इंडिया दैट आर मेड फॉर सैंडस्टोन? The ceremonies took place in the campus of Union Building of Pretoria. प्रिटोरिया वहाँ की राजधानी है साउथ अफ्रीका की। वो साउथ अफ्रीका की जो राजधानी है उसमें जो यूनियन बिल्डिंग थी वहाँ इनकी सेरेमनी हुई थी। द पार्लियामेंट हाउस इन न्यू दिल्ली, द राष्ट्रपति भवन इन न्यू दिल्ली, द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया in New Delhi and Madras High Court in Chennai are some example of Indian public building that are made of sandstone. Second question, can you say how 10 May is an Ottoman Day in South Africa? In May, 10th May is an Ottoman Day in South Africa because on this day there was the largest gathering of international leaders on South African soil for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Question number 3. At the beginning of his speech, Mandela mentioned an extraordinary human disaster. What does it mean by this? What is the glorious human achievement he speaks of at the end? By human disaster, Mandela means to say that colored people have suffered a lot due to discrimination in the hands of whites. He considered it as a great glorious human achievement that a black person become the president of the country where the blacks are non considered as a human being and are treated badly. Question number 4. What does Mandela thank the international leaders for? Mandela felt privileged to be the host to the nation of the world because not too long ago the South Africans were considered outlaws. He thus thanked all the international leaders for having come to witness his investiture as president, since this event could be considered as a common victory for justice, peace and human dignity. What ideals does he set out for the future of South Africa? Mandela set out the ideals of poverty, alleviation, removal of suffering of people. He also set the ideal for the society where there would be no discrimination based on the gender or racial origins? ये इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. What do the military generals do? How has their attitude changed and why? The highest military general of the South African Defence Force and Police saluted Mandela and pledged their loyalty. Their attitude towards the black had taken great change. Instead of arresting a black, they saluted him. Which does he think are natural to love or to hate? For Mandela, love comes more naturally to the human heart than hate. What twins obligation does Mandela mention? Mandela mentions that every man has two obligations. First is to his family, parents, wife and children, and second obligation is to his people, his community and his country. Here we are stopping this video. All this question answer you have to write down 5 times in your notebook. This is your homework too, okay? So read it carefully, lesson carefully, read 3 or 5 times and answer all these questions already I ask you in your notebook. Okay, bye.